It's been 10 weeks since your beginning. Your arms have just started moving. I'm already so in love with you. I know that this road won't be easy. Life gets kinda bumpy. I'll be right here holding on to you. Since the start, you're loved, you're held by arms of grace. Even now, you're known and seen.
It's very crowded today. There are a lot of people, new and old, who are back, and it just fills me with so much joy to see so many people on the farm today. I think there were so many volunteers that the lead volunteers couldn't figure out what to do with everyone. So I just ended up sweeping leaves, which is a very important job, by the way, because we have a compost pile that needs to be filled with leaves like every single day, I think. So yes, mundane things can be important for the well-being of the greater community. Anyway, today I wanted to spend a little bit of time just reflecting on my time here. I think a question that I get a lot from people when I tell them that I come here to volunteer is, what brings you back? Like, why do you keep going back to the farm? I've been volunteering at Ground Up Initiative, or GUI, for the past 1.5 years, like on and off. And every time I come back, I always go home feeling so much better, so much lighter. It's really not that we do anything particularly exciting or interesting week on week, to be honest. After a while, everything gets very repetitive, and some might even say boring. Every week we need to sweep the leaves. Every week we need to flip the compost. Every week we need to till the soil and do routine chores around the farm. But I think that's precisely the beauty of it, right? Like the beauty in the most mundane moments. It's the way that time slows down. It's the way when I come here, the only thing I'm focused on is sweeping up every single dry leaf that I find on the floor. I think that it takes me away from the franticness of not only my life and the pace of life here in Singapore, but also the franticness of my own thoughts and the weight of the expectation that I feel that I put on myself sometimes to have things figured out or to do well at work or so on and so forth. Recently, I was watching a few videos that I made like a couple years ago on how to be happy and find joy in your own company. So yes, sometimes I watch my own videos, take my own advice. And I think it was like a particularly lonely period in my life. I was feeling, I don't know, not very connected to other people and to myself. And the line that stood out for me in one of my videos was, the opposite of loneliness is connection. And I was thinking a lot about that in the context of GUI, in the context of the farm, and why it fills my cup every single time I come. I think growing up, I always thought that connection came in the form of deep relationships, deep friendships, having, meaningful conversations every single time. And coming to GUI, coming to the farm, has given me a different way to define connection. By the way, if I'm frowning a lot, it's just because it's very sunny. I'm actually very happy to be here talking to y'all. Hope I'm not frowning too much. I will try and smile more. What was I saying? Yes, connection. GUI has taught me that you don't have to always go deep to experience connection with other people. Sometimes all you need is just something that feels real, right? Like, yes, sometimes it's nice to bare your soul, bare all the vulnerable parts of you to someone else, right? But sometimes all you need is just a genuine "how are you?" and someone to share like a freshly pulled cup of coffee with after like a tiring session tilling the soil on the farm. That's all you need sometimes. And that's the beauty of GUI. It's that it creates that community for those interactions to happen. I think what I love about this place is just that it feels peaceful. You know, like even the days where we don't do anything meaningful, when there are not many new people who come or even old regulars who return, there's just something calming about being here. Coming here just made me realize how rare it is to feel at peace. There are so few spaces, physical spaces, where I feel like I can go just to relax and get away. And that's the beauty, I think, of having like a tiny kampong, which means village in Malay, in the middle of a city. Is one of the precious few spaces that we have left that is like this, that gives us this. I don't really have much to say by way of conclusion, except that I'm happy to be here, which is the exact same thing that I said the last video I made where I was also on the farm. Yeah, but I hope if you're in Singapore, you find your way down to us. You find your way here somehow. We'll be happy to have you.
It's been 10 weeks since your beginning. Your arms have just started moving. I'm already so in love with you. I know that this road won't be easy. Life gets kinda bumpy. I'll be right here holding on to you. See